Hey, welcome to our channel. This is 7 days in Vietnam. We visited Hanoi, Halong Bay, and Tuan Chau Island. Day 1, Hanoi. So you want to stay in Old Quarter? That's honestly where all the action is, all the restaurants, all the bars, all the places to see. Hook yourself up with a nice Airbnb. First things first, we got ourselves a banh mi, which is a traditional Vietnamese sandwich. And we tried it at this place called Banh Mi 25, which was absolutely fantastic. We also walked around Beer Street, which is pretty cool, loads of bars and beer, and then headed to Cafe Jiang to get our first taste of egg coffee, which was great, and then Train Street, of course, the main highlight of Hanoi. And then we ended the night bringing in Chia's birthday. On day 2, we booked this really nice day trip to Ninh Binh, Mua Caves and Trang An, where we cycled through rice fields and we saw some lovely temples along the way. So Trang An is called the Halong Bay on land, and it's famous for its cave formations and traditional boat rides. It was hot, but this place was literally Jurassic Park, like out of the movie. And these cave formations were something I've not seen before, so that was pretty cool. And they've also shot King Kong here apparently, which they go on and on about. But it was pretty awesome to see. We ended the day climbing up Mua Caves, which is not that long a climb, but the view was absolutely spectacular. Day 3 was all about food exploration, and Chia and I love our food, and we decided to take a pretty awesome Vietnamese cooking class called the Blue Butterfly. The chef was a very chill guy, and he took us around the market and we tried some new foods, and he told us about the food in Vietnam. We saw some roasted meats, and also for the next 2 hours, we made some very traditional Vietnamese dishes, including bun cha and spring rolls and some soups and some other starters. And we had a great meal, which was honestly a meal for 4. For the rest of the day, we just walked around. We saw a local ceremony on the road. We also ate our favorite bun cha, which is definitely our favorite dish in Vietnam. And then got some beer with some local grill at night, right next to Beer Street. The next morning we got up bright and early, and this was the day we were taking a Halong Bay Cruise. But before that, we found the most beautiful cafe we've ever seen. We were picked up in a pretty swanky limousine bus. And please make sure you book that bus from wherever you stay. They pick you up from anywhere in Old Quarter. It took us about 3 hours to reach our boat, but we were pretty damn excited. This is honestly what we were really waiting for. This was a luxury cruise called Capella Cruises, and just have a look at the rooms. We grabbed a quick lunch and then went around the boat to see the pool, and then went up to the deck to have a look at the view. And just look at that. That's Halong Bay. Now just imagine these views from your room every morning. This is definitely a top recommendation. Okay, here's a fun tip. So you have these hawkers that come on their boats. Buy all your snacks and alcohol from these guys. It's allowed on the cruise.
This is why we booked this cruise.
So Capella was the only cruise that had a slide that goes into Halong Bay. And you know I like this stuff. So I did this slide 8 or 9 times, and then the weather changed.
We're lucky to get some sunlight in Halong Bay. There we go. Look at that.
That sunlight was so good. It just changed everything. Amazing. So Capella Cruises hooked us up with a lovely private boat to Catba Island, where we spent the day. We were cycling, we went into a local village hut, and this is how usually the people there live, even now. And we also tried some
Go.
local
3, 2,
wines,
1,
which
go.
I don't think we liked very much. And we were cycling around rice paddies, which was, pretty awesome in the middle of Halong Bay. We also got a fish spa. And then we had a nice local lunch and cycle back, and then head back to our boat. Then head to one of the secret beaches that they were taking us to.
So we're in Catba Island and on a private beach. That's beautiful. Look at that.
There was hardly anyone around, and we had a long, tiring day. So it was nice to just sit, relax for an hour or so before we got back to our boat. We spent our last 2 days in Tuan Chau Island, which is a secluded small little island in the middle of Halong Bay. We just wanted to have some really great beaches and just relax, have a couple of beers, head to some local restaurants. An alternative would be Hoi An, which is absolutely fantastic, which we'll do on our next trip. The itinerary is attached in the description below, and you can contact us if you want us to plan some experiential trips for you guys as well. Thanks so much.